Hello, my name is Sarah Beth, and I have decided to make a video to start to document my weight loss and struggles and journey through gastric bypass. I had gastric bypass on July 11th, 2016. I was 38 years old then. I'm now 39. I did it a month before my birthday. My sister, who was 11 years younger than me, did it a month before I did, so we kind of are going through the journey together. She's had some different challenges than I've had. I have had challenges when about 10 years prior to surgery, I had diverticulitis, and I believe it's itis. I never know if it's itis or osis. I have both. One's the infection. I don't have the infection currently, but I had it at that point, and I had to do an emergency bowel resection because I had perforated. So I was in the hospital about 3 weeks, and it was done laparoscopically, luckily, because I had perforated to an isolated location, so they were able to get it all. However, when the doctor went in, the different surgeon went in, Dr. Brathwaite from Garden City, New York, went in to do my gastric bypass. He found multiple large incisional hernias, which apparently are harder to repair than regular hernias or umbilical hernias, which is what they had thought it was. And he also found an extensive amount of scar tissue all around the belly button kind of area. So my surgery was a little bit longer than the average surgery because he had to do all of that before he could even get anywhere near my stomach to the gastric bypass. He had called my sister in the waiting room and said, you know, this is going to take a while. Her gut's a mess, is basically what he said. So he went in, repaired the gut, so to speak, and gave me the gastric bypass. I did really well in the hospital, in and out. I think it was like, I think you spend 2 nights, 3 days, something like that. I had it at Manhasset Hospital. No, at Winthrop Hospital. I'm a little tired. It's my first video, too, so bear with me. So that's what that was done. Due to the hernia operation, I got edema in my tissue in my belly. So I had a lot of swelling, I had a lot of pain for a long time. I had to wear binders. I still am supposed to wear a binder. I don't always do it. I try to always wear like a girdle. But the binder is such a pain in the ass. The girdle's a pain in the ass too because it makes everything, it's all a pain in the ass. But I do it. The girdle, usually. Unless I'm home. If I'm home doing nothing, which I've been home for the past couple weeks because I've been really sick, I don't do anything, which is probably bad. So I have to start to do that. Because what happened was I was pretty much out of commission for 2 months after surgery. I then decided to do a lovely road trip to Georgia from New York and back, which was fun, and I loved it, but hard on my body. And from there I got sick. So I got really bad bronchitis, which then turned into really bad pneumonia, which turned back into really bad bronchitis, which now no one knows what it is. I'm waiting to see a pulmonologist. I've been sick pretty much for 2 months. I was sick all through October, I was sick all through November and all through December. I was actually sick part of October too. So, I'm better now than I've been, which is good. But I'm still coughing and I'm still on prednisone, which has become a major problem because I've been on prednisone pretty much consistently for 2 months. I'm on for 2 weeks, off for a week, on for 2 weeks, off for a week kind of thing. So, on for 10 days, off for 5 days, like, it's just back and forth. I've been on 4 different types of antibiotic. One of them was all liquid, because we thought maybe I wasn't getting better because of absorption issues. So we're now waiting to get a whole bunch of blood work back. One of my thyroid levels seem a little sketchy, so we're not sure what that's about. And I have just decided to start to take accountability. I was 232, 231 and change when I first went into surgery. I am now about 198. So I've maybe lost 33 pounds in total. It's very hard to tell because I still carry so much swelling. I also am now beginning to bloat. So I will, if I could show you right now, but I don't know the angle. I'll try to do it at the end of the video. I'll show you. My belly right now looks like I'm about probably six months pregnant maybe. So, and it's hard. It's just a big, hard, round, bloated belly. I don't think this happens to everybody that's had gastric bypass. So don't take me as an example. I tend to always be the exception. My doctor laughs about it because if there's going to be a complication, I'm going to be the one to get it. So it's even funny because I talked to a psychic before the surgery and she told me that Mallory would have her surgery, it would be great, and I would have issues, but then it would eventually work out. Just saying. So that is where I'm at right now. So I have about 3 more days left of my prednisone, and then I refuse to go on any medicine at all after this, as far as antibiotic or prednisone, because neither one of them are helping me. I think the prednisone has hurt my little pouch. If you're new to gastric bypass, you'll hear that people tell you to name your pouch. My pouch is bipolar. She is Wanda the Witch or Wally the Wonderful, and she has become Wanda the Witch. So, my sister will literally sit next to me on the couch and she is like, your stomach does not stop talking. Like, it makes so much noise, constantly. So it's really weird. And that's a thing that I apparently don't know that a lot of people have. I know that I have it. But I think it goes hand in hand with this weird bloating and the swelling and everything like that. I haven't been the best about follow-up appointments with the surgeon because I've been following up with the doctors with other stuff. So that is part of my plan. I got my blood work that I should have got done at month 3. I just had them resend me another script for it, so I'm going to go get that done next week, along with blood work that I'm supposed to get from my allergist, who's also my immunologist, which my immune system is shot partially beforehand. Another thing you should know is prior to surgery, I had every comorbidity you could have. So that's kind of what was the catalyst for the surgery for us. For me, Mallory was my sister, who also had the surgery. She was about 100 pounds. She's about 100 pounds up on me, was at the time. So she got the surgery. She was more overweight but had no health issues. I had gotten health issues. I had gotten diagnosed with diabetes about 3 years prior to the surgery with type 2 diabetes, and that got me extremely ill. Every complication you can get. I had pancreatitis. I have a slow stomach opening now. It's called peristalsis my thing in my stomach is slow. It just doesn't open. So food would ferment. I would end up throwing up. So I lost about 65 pounds really quick in a year because of the diabetes. My body type changed. I was always someone who was very evenly distributed with weight, and I now have very skinny legs and very skinny arms and a double chin. Well, I always had double chin. I have double chin now. My surgery has made me lose my boobs, and I have this really round belly, which is funny because I have actually gotten my mother's body somehow. I don't know. My mother passed away a few years ago, and she literally died, and I somehow got her body. Everyone that knew my mother and sees me laughs about it. So, that was part of, like I said, the catalyst. So I had originally, at my highest, I think I was like about 280, 290. 231 when I went in for surgery, though, and about 198 now. So I'm in the 100s. I'm in Wonderland, but barely. I hang on to it daily, if that, because what I will weigh in the morning will be completely different to what I weigh in the evening, which is normal for everybody. But for me, I can literally go up 5 to 7 pounds in bloating or water weight. So that's a pain. I think these steroids and the antibiotics have really destroyed my pouch and have really hurt my stomach. So I'm now trying to do, as well as my proteins, trying to do more of a probiotic, prebiotic kind of diet. I'm drinking with my protein. I have a protein shake every morning, no matter what. Usually it's like a Premier Protein one, but now I'm trying to make them, and I'm trying to use a cup of kefir. I don't know how to say it. It's this type of milk that's now really probiotic-y, and it's got like 1 million live cultures. It's like the best thing that you can have. So I have a cup of that. It is the most disgusting thing you can have also. It's super thick like yogurt. It's super tart. I don't even know if tart's it smells like rotten milk to me. It's really bad. I had it today with some chocolate protein powder and some vegetable powder, like chlorophyll powders. That's the other thing I try to do is drink that. And kombucha. Kombucha? Is that how you say it? I don't know. Kombucha. That's my new favorite thing to drink. That one is like a soda, which I just grabbed like 5 different brands of them to try. Aubrey Strawberry told me to try them. I don't know if that's her name. I always call her Aubrey Strawberry, but it might be something else. Because she's having stomach issues as well. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I watched another one of the girls that have become my support system, Miss Nirvana, on YouTube the other day. Just do a very honest and raw and open confession kind of video about regain and about how she's eating her feelings. And I have been through all that. I'm only 5 months in, or 6 months in, and have not lost a lot of weight. And it's partially due to medical issues and not being able to exercise and that kind of BS. But a lot of it's also because I'm making wrong choices. For me, those of you who do know me from like Instagram or Facebook or my friends, you do know a little bit about me, but a small like just recap is that I've lost my grandparents, my aunt, 2 aunts, an uncle, my parents, and my brother, all since 2009 to 2014. So all in that period. So it's been a really hard a few years, and then actually to 2016 because my aunt and uncle died just last year or the year before. So I can't even keep track. So Mallory and I are all we have left, which is what pushed us also to want to survive. So there's been a lot of trauma. I don't even know what I was saying. See, once I start to talk about that, my mind goes crazy. I guess just backstory. So that's just where I'm at. That's where I've come from. So there's a lot of having to heal my body to begin with. My body was in bad shape because it literally stressed for a good 6 years straight. I literally went back to back to back to people passing away, and a lot of them were cancer or illness or even drug addiction. So me being the oldest, I took a lot of that on, and I don't even know if I slept for like 3 years straight. So I just took a major toll on my body. So I decided to fight to live, and that's what got me to surgery. That's what got me high blood pressure. That's what got me diabetes. That's what got me fatty liver. So I had all those comorbidities. So I had the surgery. Since having the surgery, I am down from 5 shots of insulin a day to only 1. I no longer take high blood pressure medicine. I no longer take high cholesterol medicine, and my liver is starting to do well. My A1C has dropped about 5 points. So I think they want it down like another 2, and then I will be diabetes free, which is awesome. So there's those good things, and I try to remind myself of those non-scale victories. But when you sit on a scale and it doesn't change, it frustrates you. And, excuse me, having this be the first Christmas where food wasn't really supposed to be a tool for me to handle grief and stress and loss, I had a very hard time with that. And so I think I did turn to food a lot, where I was really good and militant, and then I started to get sick, and your excuse is, oh, well, I'm on prednisone and it makes me hungry, or, I don't feel good, and what makes me feel better are carbs. And I don't dump from carbs for some reason. I don't get the dumping syndrome with them. I get it with sugars, which is good, I guess, because I'm not really supposed to have sugars. Although I don't know, I don't really get it. Like, I think I've maybe thrown up like twice in surgery. Maybe I don't know, got like diarrhea really like crazy like twice or 3 times in surgery. Like, it's not, I don't know, I don't get that dumping syndrome everybody talks about. Which in my sick eating disorder mind, I wish I did. It just means it's more of me having to kind of roll in my feelings. I get nauseous. I get the hot flashes. Those kind of things happen. But I can talk myself through it. I don't know if it's because I'm someone who's had panic attacks. And the symptoms for me, I think, of the dumping syndrome are very similar to symptoms of a panic attack. So, and also a symptom of like a low blood sugar. So it triggers different feelings for me. Like, I get nervous, like, oh, my sugars are, wrong or something like that. Or it probably is in conjunction with the dumping syndrome. But so I know how to use more like breathing and how to relax myself and how to take a anxiety medicine to kind of help me get through it. So I've learned that has not worked. I've learned that I can eat a pizza, at least half a pizza, if I choose to. I just have to eat it within like 6 hours. It just takes me longer, but I can get it all down. Those are some of the things that I've learned, is that I've learned how to manipulate this tool. And I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm working on it. I am going to therapy. And I am going to start doing these videos to kind of hold myself accountable and to kind of mark my progress and to hopefully gain some support because of everything that we've been through, my sister and I. I always talk in we's, and that's part of the thing that I have to stop doing. My therapist says I have to start talking I's. I've been through, I lost a lot of friends. A lot of people don't know how to handle grief and have a very hard time sticking around through it. And a lot of people want you to be who you used to be, and it's, I think, physically impossible to be that same person when you've experienced a trauma. So I'm different. I'm a new me. And it doesn't make me a bad me. It just makes me a different me. And I'm working on making it a really good me. So I'm happier, I think. There's still a whole shitstorm of crap and grief and stress and sadness, and I cry more than I don't. But I also laugh, and I'm starting to want to just live. Like, I want to exercise. I want to be a gym rat. I want to like climb a mountain. I want to climb a rock wall. I want to not be self-conscious that my double chins are hanging out. I want to play with makeup all the time and be confident in my skill and not worry that they're thinking, oh, it's just the fat girl. These are just my thoughts about myself. They're not reflective on anybody else, ever. So I just, so that's basically it. So I am 6 months in. I'm not too anything. I'm 198 and swollen right now. I'm going to try to show you my belly so you can see how lovely this situation is that's happening. And we're trying to work on getting the swelling down. That's our goal for this week. And to get the eating back to being really clean. No more carbs. No more cookies. No more junk like that. Let's see. Can you see that belly? I don't know. I don't have the phone facing me because it just is a very bad phone. My phone crashed. But you can see it's super hard. If you can see me doing this, I don't know. And it's super round. So it's like my baby belly. But it's not, unfortunately. It's my gas belly. I don't know. Do any of you have issues like with bloating and stuff like that? If you do, comment or message me or something. Let me know. I'm on Instagram. I think it's Beth's Butterfly Beauty. Feel free to find me there too. And I am gonna sign off. Hopefully this was somewhat in focus. And I'm gonna upload it regardless. So, thanks for watching, I guess. And hopefully next time I'll have a better camera and I can see myself when I'm making these videos so I can see if it makes sense. And I will talk to you soon because I'm going to try to do these at least a couple times a week just to kind of keep myself accountable. So, take care. Have a great day. Love yourself. Bye.